How's it going, everybody? I'm Josh from Elder Drunken Highlander. You can see my face, and this is our deck tech video for Niv Mizzet Reborn Voltron, aka the most satisfying deck of all time to play. In this deck, we have used two-color enchantments in conjunction with Niv Mizzet's ETB ability in order to draw like 8 billion cards, slap a bunch of power on our 6/6 flying dragon avatar, and then chonk someone for approximately 21 damage. This deck was designed by Kevin and is an exemplary achievement of fine-tuning and optimization. The deck is perfectly color balanced to ensure maximum card advantage from Niv. Before we get into that though, I just want to take some time to talk about our Patreon. We just restructured our Patreon page to add more rewards. You can check out all the details for it in the links below, but I really want to highlight our newest reward, which is commissions for foil peel alters. I'll be altering cards commissioned for our patrons during my Thursday night art streams, so if you're interested in that, definitely check the links down below. Now, Niv may have jobbed hard in the lore, basically losing to a zombified Kefnet, but he's not pulling any punches in this Voltron deck. Seriously, this thing slaps for like 12 damage. In the air. And we have quite a few tricks to help get there as soon as possible. You see, Niv ain't the only 5-color legend we rely on in this build. We also have a companion, Jegantha the Wellspring. Jeggy, can I call her Jeggy though? Jegantha has the ability to power out our reborn dragon robot avatar as soon as possible, paying for all 5 of his colored pips with just 1 activation. This means we can focus our mana production in the early game on powering out Jegantha instead of focusing on color balancing and fetching lands to play a Niv. This greatly improves our early game, smoothing it out and allowing us to focus on putting Jegantha into our hand as early as turn 2 using our suite of mana dorks. Now yes, Jegantha does have a companion clause, but surprisingly we don't miss out on that many good multicolored spells just by including here in the companion zone. Just like Bedevil and maybe Absorb? Nothing super major. Outside of dorks and a few other utility cards, this deck is composed entirely of 2-color cards, most of which are enchantments. We have 21 enchantments, mostly auras, that help power out our Niv and forward our game plan, putting us into the red zone against our opponents. It isn't uncommon for us to just cast Niv Daddy, draw like 6 cards, then slap a bunch of enchantments on him and one-shot some poor idiot. The deck has an equal amount of each 2-color pairing. That ensures maximum value when, hold on, I have to read this. When casting Nivy Baby, Avatar of Nuts Value Bullshit Cardboard Things, TM. Even our removal suite is in guild colors, with hyper synergistic pieces such as Kosali Guildmage and Witherbloom Command. We actually have a ton of removal here and shouldn't have any problems dealing with any permanents that may come our way, or any attempts to kill our Niv Mizzet even. We also have a cute little Planeswalker suite to help buff our big bad dragon. We have 3 powerful Simic Walkers in Kiora, Oko, and Tamio. And we also have Domri and the Royal Scions to round out our fearsome 5-some. Kevin's also been considering getting a slot for the new Teferi for Midnight Hunt as well. Our main card advantage is Papa Niv himself and the inevitable large amount of cards that we're gonna draw every time someone kills him and we have to recast him. Oops. Whispering Madness is a favorite of mine because it can be slapped onto Niv Mizzet just like it's some kind of pseudo enchantment. Righteous Authority is another true enchantment that could sometimes just kill people with our handful of cards. And Escape the Wilds isn't draw per se, but it does put a lot of things into play, which, you know, it's card advantage still. Okay, but what if we don't want to recast our perfect 5-color general again? What if we want to stop him from dying? Well, besides bribing and or begging our friends to let us win, we have quite a powerful protection suite. Nobody could touch you if you have enough clout of the Dominus. Clout of the Dominus grants Shroud. We also have cards like Drown the Lock and Dovin's Veto to counter any removal or board wipes headed towards Nivy Baby. Oh, and we have Legion's Initiative to stop board wipes as well, featuring dope art with Niv Mizzet on it. Look buddy, it's you! I guess I should also mention the land base. Since the deck is perfectly color balanced, we have just all the shocks, triumphs, and fetches. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We also have filter lands to help turn the mana from our green mana dorks into something a little more useful, or turn the mana from Jegantha into something that we can use to pay colorless costs or for other types of mana. So this one's pretty easy, straightforward, and satisfying. Kevin put a lot of work and effort into slow rolling this deck out there. That's how he likes to do it. He did the same thing with the Prismatic Piper combo deck, which you could check out a link for, right? Somewhere up there. Notable inclusions. Sovereigns of Lost Alara. These dudes are fucking terrifying. Just like, don't let the deck untap and or cast these cards, like, ever. Ever. You can put any enchantment you want, usually Runes of the Deus, on your commander and just kill someone. Just absolutely kill someone. The card's scary as fuck. Oh, it has Exalted too. It's scary, okay? Scion of Draco. Besides being a super cool artifact dragon, this card also grants like every keyword ever to Niv Mizzet, so, you know, it's pretty good. And, you know, our land base makes it easy to cast, so. Scion of Draco. Kolagon's Command. This card isn't really important to the deck, I just think it's a sweet card and more people should be running it. Like, just look at the modes. Runes of the Deus. We do run the entire cycle of Lorwyn 2-color enchantments, but this one is by far the most useful, giving double strike to our commander. Blessing of the Nephilim. Besides the dope Ravnican flavor, 1 mana +5/+5 is just too good to ignore, even if it isn't fetchable off of Niv. Notable exclusions. These cards just barely didn't make the cut, but you might want to consider it for your own build. Other charms and commands. They're very niche useful depending on your meta. Something like Golgari Charm might be helpful in making target token player lose the game, or protecting your commander. Whereas something like Ojutai's command might be better if you want to do a more defensive game plan. It really depends on your meta and what kind of decks you're expecting to play into. Eldrazi Conscription. Even though putting it into play off of Sovereigns of Lost Alara is fucking dope, it's kind of a magical Christmas land situation, and since the card is hard to cast and can't be gotten off of Niv, it feels kind of dead outside of that one specific interaction. Enchantress effects. Do we really need more draws? Our commander already draws an egregious amount of cards every time we have to recast him because he's terrifying and someone has to kill him. Conjurer's Closet. Blinking Niv seems nice when you look at the draw, but then you realize that all the enchantments fall off, and also it can't be gotten through Niv, so I guess not. Chromatic Lantern and Signets. Look, Gigantha exists, you don't really need these. The expected meta for this deck is something that can take a deck that's able to put in powerful plays and kill players, but not do so in a way that's hyperlinearly heading towards the end of the game. I would play this against your friends if they're experienced casual players. I would not play this against someone for the first time at the LGS, but maybe the second time after some table talk. That about wraps it up for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. As the names of our patrons scroll on by, take some time to hear these melodious tones about the other ways you can follow us. If you want to see me shitposting, make sure you check us out on Twitter. If you want to see some live streams, we do deck building on Sundays, art on Thursdays, and to be announced on Tuesdays. So there's going to be some cool stuff there. We have an Instagram, we post alters and memes, a Reddit where we share most of our content, and a Discord where you can chat with us, talk shit at us, and get help with deck brewing. There's a great deck building community there, and we have people who are posting decks, helping other people with their decks, making new decks. There's like 2 or 3 decks coming out of the Discord a day sometimes. It's pretty nuts. There's LFG Spell Table too. It's just the best way to talk to us. So get on there, and I hope I see you there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay janky, my friends. Until next time. In this deck... I have to say, Nivy baby avatar of nuts value bullshit cardboard things. TM.
You did this to yourself.
I did. Synergistic pieces, just fuck. Kevin, why are your cards so hard to fucking pronounce? Quasali Pride Mage.
That's a classic.
Oh.
There's no W, dude. It's Kasali.
Fuck me. Even our removal suite is in guild colors with hyper synergistic pieces such as Kasali Pride Mage and card I forgot. Fuck me. Damn it. You know how it is.
Popular opinions.
Bad cards are good cards are bad. Welcome to Elder Drunken Highlander.
I will say Signets are definitely better than Talismans in this deck. You get to change your mana into Niv colors more easily with Signets.
You can't change your Gigantha mana through the Signets.
Look, if we're not saying that a 5 CMC, easy to remove, like, once you know what the deck's doing, creature is better than like signets that are tried and true in nearly every EDH deck, especially the 5-color ones, then are we really Elder Drunken Highlander?
Well, so here's the hidden tender. Bloom Tender. So I've personally found if I have a bunch of dorks in my hand, if I have 2 dorks in my opening hand, I don't tutor for Gigantic quickly. It's land, tutor, land, or so land, dork,